What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this Vivo X60 Pro Global Edition. Yeah, this one is Global Edition. This one is actually known as Vivo X60 in China. And this one is Vivo X70 Pro just released in China. Actually, this one is known as Vivo X60 Pro in China. This one comes with a 5x periscope lens and the other things are almost the same as this Vivo X60 Pro Global Edition. If you want me to do another camera comparison between this Vivo X60 Pro Chinese edition with this Vivo X70 Pro, then of course I will do that. Please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. Also, I have this Vivo X70. I just don't know with which other smartphone should I compare this smartphone. Please let me know which smartphone would be good to compare with this Vivo X70. If you are already subscribed to this channel, then you may know that I am going to give away this Huawei P50 Pro because I think I cannot live without 5G and this one is a 4G smartphone. So I'm going to give away this one and another OnePlus 9R. More information about this giveaway is given in the community tab of this channel. Don't forget to check that. If you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Support true content. What's up everybody, welcome to another camera comparison video. Actually today I'm doing a few camera comparison videos together. This one is a Vivo X70 Pro and this one is a Vivo X60 Pro. Well, I have also done another camera comparison video with this Vivo X70 Pro. That one is Vivo X70 Pro versus Xiaomi Mix 4 and iPhone 12 Pro. If you haven't watched that one, then I would request you to watch that one. Well, please check carefully which smartphone has reproduced my skin tone correctly. Let me open my mask for you. Yeah, which smartphone has a better color rendition. Check carefully, listen carefully which smartphone microphone is working better. Then make a comment and let me know in the comment section below which one is better. If you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button. Yeah, please click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. None of these brands have ever sent me any review units, so I have to spend a lot of money to get these smartphones so quickly, so early. I wish you appreciate my hard work. Let's start our camera comparison video. Okay, I will start with indoor photos cause both of these two smartphones have flagship class main sensors. And it is true that if there is a difference in camera performance, then it's more visible in indoor low light or in artificial lighting environment. Yes, both of these two smartphones are from the same brand Vivo, both runs on the same FunTouch OS, but as this Vivo X70 Pro comes with a new in-house ISP, V1, stock camera algorithm isn't the same. I have taken all the photos in auto mode cause most of the general users takes photos in auto mode. HDR was set to auto. I have left AI and scene detection enabled. In general, Vivo X60 Pro photos have a bit of a warm tone with inconsistent midtones and highlights. Vivo X70 Pro has better exposure and highlights. I really like the way Vivo X70 Pro has changed contrast ratio and vibrance depending on ambient light and colors. More details, better texture processing, shadows without noise and grains. This Vivo X70 Pro may have a mid-range SoC Exynos 1080, but this new ISP V1 is really showing its capabilities. One thing I think I should mention, Zeiss lens matters. Cause look at this photo. This photo was taken directly under a harsh light and other than Vivo, some other smartphones from other brands had ugly lens flares and my daily drive Xiaomi Mix 4 even had hard time to detect correct exposure. Yes, both of these two smartphones comes with optical zoom capabilities, both got 2x telephoto lens and performance of Vivo X70 Pro is not like top class, but better than Vivo X60 Pro. Slightly more details here and there, sharper textures, better color grading, and most importantly, selective exposure that makes the difference. I have tried to take many indoor zoom photos and did some heavy pixel peeping, but once again, the improvement on Vivo X70 Pro isn't that impressive in indoor environment. Before we check portrait photos, let us check photos of human subject. Let us understand the color curve and skin tone of these two smartphones. Actually, human photography is very important to me because I always take a lot of photos of my friends and family. This time, me and Jennifer, we have decided to take both indoor and outdoor photos because we wanted to see if there is any difference. Beauty effect and overprocessing is an issue, and it's there in both of these two smartphones. None of these have managed to process photos with correct white balance and skin tone. Saturation is usually high in X60 Pro photos, but Vivo X70 Pro also occasionally increased saturation. Yeah, Vivo X70 Pro continued to produce photos with very high midtones and vibrance. AI or no AI, it's almost the same. But I would recommend you to disable AI if you require true-to-life photos. Vivo X70 Pro added skin fairness and increased highlights, but color grading is really a bit pale. Of course, Vivo X60 Pro has better skin tone, but X70 Pro has more details. I really don't know whether Vivo did this intentionally or not, but Anna, Jennifer, Samara, all the models have started to like this Vivo X70 Pro human subject photos. Both of these two have dedicated 2x telephoto lens for portrait photography. Yes, Vivo X60 Pro got Samsung 13 megapixel sensor and Vivo X70 Pro got a Sony IMX663 12 megapixel sensor. We have talked about color grading, white balance and saturation in previous segment, and things are almost the same on portrait photos. Truly, I thought as these smartphones uses different sensor for bokeh photos, color grading would be different than those main sensor photos. But I think I was wrong. Definitely X70 Pro has better edge detection, focus metering, exposure, and details on the subject is way better than X60 Pro. Vivo X60 Pro processed photos with continuous warm color temperature along with aggressive separation of subject and background. Bokeh photo quality of X60 Pro is mid-range level, nothing fancy. But have you noticed? None of these two smartphones have actually managed to perfectly identify the background. This was an insanely tough scene to process, and only the bigger brother, X70 Pro Plus, has managed to squeeze the best result. Don't forget to watch that video. Well, this is different. These are not night mode photos. I have taken these photos in auto mode, and I must say, the more I check this type of photos, the more I like this V1 ISP. Check the differences I have marked. I have also taken these photos with Vivo X60 Pro Plus, X70 Pro Plus, and Sony Xperia 1 Mark III, but X70 Pro and X70 Pro Plus have delivered the best photos. Most of the time, I do night mode photo comparison without any human subject, and many subscribers have requested me to do night mode comparison with human subject. Well, here we have Jennifer with us. Also, I have tried to add variation in background and lighting condition. We have taken these photos in 4 different places. I have my own way of checking and comparing night mode photos. If you are subscribed to this channel, then you may know about DENS, details, exposure, noise and shadows. With more details and well-processed textures, well-balanced ambience and vibrance, Vivo X70 Pro is well ahead. It also has better white balance. Most of the time exposure is similar, but obviously X70 Pro did better. Vivo X60 Pro also has produced some good photos, but in general, X70 Pro has better noise removing algorithm, and in harsh lighting condition, especially when there are harsh light sources needed to be identified, it performed better. Color rendition and skin tone also seems to be a bit better on X70 Pro. Vivo X70 Pro with this new V1 ISP has already proved its value. Personally, I would choose Vivo X70 Pro for night mode photography over many other smartphones. What about you? I would like to know, what do you think? Also, there is an international smartphone giveaway going on for the subscribers of this channel. If you are subscribed to this channel, then what you have to do is to make a comment which smartphone did better in night mode photography, and I will choose winners based on valid and descriptive comments. Vivo X60 Pro comes with a good 13 megapixel sensor, but X70 Pro comes with a better 12 megapixel sensor for ultra-wide photos. Yes, field of view is a bit wider on Vivo X60 Pro. X70 Pro has different type of color grading for its ultra-wide sensor. Everything seems a bit pale, while Vivo X60 Pro has increased highlights and midtones. Truly, the differences are not like day and night. And on the same day, I have taken photos for 3 different camera comparison videos, and all the differences in ultra-wide photos are mostly preferential. But at the same time, it is true that Vivo X70 Pro has the best synthetic processing among any mid-range or budget flagship smartphones, cause no other smartphone have managed to replicate this scene. Daytime image quality of the main sensor photos of most of the high-end mid-range and budget flagships are becoming better and better. The results here are surprisingly amazing for Vivo X70 Pro, but underwhelming for Vivo X60 Pro. Considering the fact that Vivo X70 Pro comes with a better main sensor and new ISP, I think this is a good start. Usually the differences are clearly visible. X70 Pro has better dynamic range, better shadow details, better exposure, balanced sharpening, efficient focus metering, and better color tone mapping. But sometimes I really had to heavily crop in and do some pixel peeping to find the differences. I have noticed there are some people making this mistake without checking through the photo. Only after checking one part of the photo, they are trying to give a verdict. And that's not a good practice. I have already mentioned a few times, color tone mapping and white balance of X70 Pro is different and seems pretty natural. Dynamic range and exposure is also better. I am amazed to see that even when sunlight is directly hitting the lens, Vivo X70 Pro has managed to maintain a good balance between exposure and contrast. Moreover, once we leave that 2x optical zoom boundary, at 5x, things are truly different. Vivo X60 Pro need to use digital crop-in to match 5x optical zoom of Vivo X70 Pro, and performance of Vivo X60 Pro drops dramatically. Less details and more noise compared to those 5x periscope lens photos of Vivo X70 Pro. I was wondering what it would be if we try to take 4x zoom photos. And I am surprised, Vivo X60 Pro has pulled a stunner. Yeah, after cropping in, we can see in no way these photos are different than each other and also not that usable. The first thing I have noticed in these selfie photos is Vivo X60 Pro actually represents the truth. I don't have a fair skin tone like the photos reproduced by Vivo X70 Pro. Color rendition and contrast is also better on Vivo X60 Pro. Vivo X70 Pro increased highlights and shadows, over-sharpened textures, and overall, it may look beautiful at a glance, but X60 Pro has more details and better tonal contrast. I think Vivo will surely try to get these things fixed in future updates. I have recorded these video clips in 4K 30 frames per second, and without any hesitation, Vivo X70 Pro has done better. X70 Pro has managed to maintain better exposure, increased brightness without any added noise and grains. Stabilization, details and textures, everything seems to be a bit better on Vivo X70 Pro. It's time to select a winner, and I don't find it hard to select a winner. My winner is Vivo X70 Pro. What about you? If you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel.